Sami Kadichela, Lama Chimi for gracing Let's Get Real. You're here to inspire me and all our viewers. La.
That's all.
So thank you so much. La. So should we start? La?
Okay, start.
Last,
Shoot the
last.
prostration.
Yes, la. Last la mola, ani like last time I was reading up. I mean, I follow you on Facebook and all that, and you've kind of posted a lot on your spiritual journey, mola, on your journey as the prostration man and all that. La. But more than that journey, I would like to know your life before all this began, like your childhood, your parents, your siblings, your how you know the life you had,
Oh.
maybe the family that you created, la. So if Lama could kindly share us that part of the story, like it would be so awesome, la.
I think I'll speak in Zonka.
Yes, the Zonka English mix anything la naga tebe kachi comfortable you la.
Okay. I don't know how the viewers like to think. They want in Zonka or they want in English. So anyway, I'll do it in mixed up.
Our viewers are also like me only la.
Okay. My hometown is Paro Javana. That is on the way to Ha. And, we are in 8 siblings. I am the middle son, and I have an elder brother who works for airline in Dubai, and then I have one elder sister, and then me, and then I have another 4 sisters and 1 brother.
My God, that's such a big family la.
Yeah, big gang.
Yes, la, yes.
And I brought up in a countryside, and my parents they are all farmer, and I was born actually. On the way during our journey, because in the countryside in Javana, we in the winter time we move our cattle and the whole family. They move down to the southern land, close by Gonglanka area, and then on the way back from there to Javana, I was born on the way actually.
Oh.
So that's why I ended up in a trouble.
Oh.
That's why I've been in a travel agent. I've been traveling throughout my life.
last. So you're traveling last. Last.
Because I was born during the journey, so that's why.
Last.
And my mom, my father passed away 3 years ago, and my mom, she's still very strong, and I take her around Nekos, and soon I'm taking her towards the eastern Bhutan now. So she's very active, my small baby, 84 years old small baby.
Last. So cute. Last.
And then regarding the schooling, I had my primary education from first in Dawaka, and then I ended up in Bitika Primary School, and then from there to Paro, and I graduated from Paro. And then after that, I joined in BBS for some time, and then from there I left BBS, and then I joined in UNICEF rural project for a year, and then I left that, and then I landed up in travel business as a tour guide in the travel. industries.
And then you met your ex-wife, is it, La?
Yeah, I met my wife back in 1998. She's from Punakha, and we have 3 kids, 2 sons and 1 daughter. And my eldest son, he will finish his LLB in the next 2 to 3 months time. Just now he's doing his last 1 year course in Chimi Law College in Pombisa. So he will finish very soon. My daughter, she completed her graduation from Shirapsi. And my youngest one, he is in Shirapsi and he will complete next year.
So, alu this bara bomb jono mola.
Now they are all grown up now.
And then I want to, I would like to know, like, your journey, your experience, or something that you must have experienced just before taking the spiritual path. La.
Okay. Then during my time in trouble business, then somewhat like I got hooked up in a wrong path. There was got hooked up in drugs and alcohol. Got badly messed up my life. One of the worst decisions in my life at that time, I think. And when the doctors, when the doctors gave up on me, they actually gave me a time. Maybe I think they wanted me to survive. Maybe they were saying in a different way. Maybe I think they mean it that I won't live. Survive for the next 1 or 2 months. And at that time, when I look back, like now the time has come to end of my life. I don't know how long I will live, because the whole my like liver and hearts almost all got messed up by cigarettes and alcohols and drugs and all. And it was very a tough journey at that time. On the last journey of my before my spiritual journey, I had a very a tough journey at that time. And then because since doctors they gave up on me, like, actually I didn't give up to myself, but I went around, I went to all the churches and all, nothing happened. And then I even consulted with our Nangbi Menka, the traditional healing. Even that didn't help. Even after having hundreds and hundreds of that acupuncture, didn't help. And then, like, there's only one options now, that I won't survive. So that was the last thing. And that time, then I decided that I will move my family to, near her parents, because if I can move her near her parents, near her families, then it would be better for her. So then we moved to Punakha and settled there, and then I come back to Timbu, and then I went to my village. I went back to my village, and before that, I went to His Holiness Shechen Rabdam Rinpoche, and he's the first person who actually guided me at that crucial stage of my life. He guided me, and then like what I have to do, all the spiritual instructions. So accordingly, I followed his instructions and all. And during my first window practice, that is the chak, the prostrations, was very difficult for me even to do 3 prostrations in a day, because my whole health is not working well, my nerve system is not working well, and even I'm having tough time to hold a empty cup also in my hand, because my whole nerve system is not working, no strength, nothing. Whole strength is gone. So it was very difficult for me to do even 3 prostrations. When I sit down, like I had to get up as if like I am 100 years old man, and when I'm up and then to bow down, like again, like as if like I am 100 years old man, and sometimes I just fall down. So in this way, I pushed myself, and because whenever I intend to give up, I always think of Milarepa. Milarepa was my inspirations, because I was reading his biographies, and also when I went through the biography of Milarepa, I learned a lot in life, that we should not give up. So that's how I started my spiritual journey.
Last. Thank you so much, La. What a inspiring story, La. But I would just like to ask you, La, again going back, no, La, you said you got into a very bad habit of, addiction. Mula, what was it, like peer pressure, or was it like you just wanted to try out, or were you going through some issues that you wanted to avoid, that you got into alcohol and drugs, or what was it, La? Because I always wanted to find that out, La.
I think these days, if I talk about these days, the youth, I think I think they have some issues, and to challenge that, I think they take substance to help themselves. But that was a wrong decision. But during my time, it all happened of fun.
Oh, Las.
It all happened of a fun, and at that times, in those days times,
Yeah.
and not much restrictions, nothing, and especially the grass is grown everywhere. Even near the movie hall, it's like huge grass. Marijuana was
Yes, La,
growing,
yes.
and was smoking like anything, and then on top of that is alcohols, and then on top of that this syrup, and then this tablets and all.
Yes, La.
Tried everything.
So what started off as fun almost killed you, Imemula.
Yeah, it's almost killed me. By the time I realized, like, I went very far, I think. Really took me far, and really pushed me to the far phone. And I request to everyone, especially to all the youths and all, should not take out of fun, should not take just to get relief of some stress and all. And this is a very, 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 very bad habit, and this can kill. Like, uh, most of I think only one survived. The rest, no, two survived. Rest all died uh, of drugs only, and then alcohol. Only two of my friends survived. They are still very strong, because they gave up everything, and They gave up, I mean, at the right time.
Yes. Yes. So, when the doctor said that you would only survive 1 to 2 months, no? Because most of the time, like, uh, if I may just kind of share a little bit of my story, like, in my family also, we have had issues with addiction. And when they are going through like an addiction na bebiodaludi, they lose that the mind to be the ability to judge. So they don't really care, Zumbe. Remember, I don't care if I die. Like, I want to die. Say, Anizumgi, when they are like kind of intoxicated, na Anizumbe, I have experienced it in my own family also. La. So, what made you want to live your life? La? Did you think that there was more to it, or were you just scared of death, or la? What made you want to like while you were in the middle of that very bad addiction that you were stuck in?
Actually, during the journey, like, I was very stubborn. I'm not scared of death, and I'm always into problems, fighting this and that, and that's, my life was really messed up in those days. Time really messed up, and even to walk in a street also very difficult for me because if someone like dash, like sometimes it happens, no,
Yes, la.
and I just go behind and just give them without asking anything.
Hey, thank God, Lama, I was not. I think I must have still been a baby when you were into all this. Like, I would have gotten a couple of slaps from you also.
I was like that in my those days time, and very stubborn and not scared of anything. And I don't know, like during the journey at that time, I'm not scared of anything. I'm very stubborn. Things are not ready to die or whatever. So but when the doctor they gave up on me, and that time it really struck in my mind. And what struck in my mind is, oh, is it really now is the last of my stage? And then I reflect. When I look back and all the journey, like I've not done any good things in my life. No matter 100 times I look back, there's nothing that I have done in good things. Then like I realized that now if I die, that sure my the journey of my consciousness will be on a very wrong way, on a very bad situations, because to go on a better situations, because I have not created any better situations in my life in those days time, and there's no, I mean, then it's sure that I will definitely fall. Then I got very, just because of this, I got very scared that I've wasted all my life.
Yes.
That time I realized I wasted all my life. Na misi nalo misi thola tanda no se. Ani nalo. Gewan na chira dudu menu melam sam jaju chira mendo that ani hebagala tabin ne wana junime segale ben ta anagale dochi, because I really got scared, not because scared of not of dying, but scared of my next journey.
Yes.
That
Wow.
was very scary.
Yes.
Suddenly, because this really struck on me. And then I started reading some of the biographies of the great Mahasiddhas and all. And then I really like this biographies has really changed my life after that. And then I decided that Mashigi Nyamale that Jakechunkuchera do bago and all, no, I have to accumulate like a little bit of merits, and this may help. Say no, baby. That's how I started my my spiritual journey at that time.
Yes. Yes. That's a very interesting story, la. That's, I
Matani,
think, very kind of you to share the story. I think it'll help a lot. I mean, na lama gidi ma interviews this halam chi benu bate mola.
yeah,
No, no. So I
that,
didn't want to like. I want my questions to be different. Saying halam chi ani research beta ila denam sa sagat si masuk la dira pero. I just said I'm not going to try too hard. I'm just going to ask what I want to know la. So Mola Lama, like because you are into the spiritual path, Mola, now you've been in this path for how long la? Now logadim chi asigala.
now I think maybe because I started from 2004, so that means
20 years.
20 years.
Yes. Oh. So Mola, like you've been in this path for the last 20 years, and I've always wanted to know this because my husband, Mola Ugin Penjo, he's also a very spiritual person. La na Mr. Mi manager, Tintani. He's a God-loving, God-fearing person in Lako. Just at the back of my mind, I never know what if he wants to go into that spiritual path, leaving me and the kids? And he wants to renounce everything and he wants to go up and do his meditation and all that. What would happen to me and the kids saying anisum fear the like because the ngara le mathavi michi be la ngara gi the attachment chunguchi yodo ego chunguchi yodo insecurity chunguchi. I always like I have that, but I've never asked him this question directly because I'm open to him. If he ever wants to take the spiritual path, I'm open to kind of let him go. But what he always says is, no, we don't. He feels that it's not really like 100% like that you have to give up everything if you want to get into spirituality. Say men say mewala, what do you think? Like, do you think it's important to renounce like all your worldly materialistically your materialistic needs, your your family, and then you go? Do you think it's important? Do you think it's got like maybe more merit or gewa leisure yubina ani nalu? What do you think la?
Uh, it's a very good question. I think it's just a plus point for a spiritual seeker, because if a person, if he really want to seek the truth, then he or she has to leave behind all the attachments, all the emotions. If he or she, if he or she cannot, renounce this, especially renounce the attachment and the emotions, then I don't think he or she can, gain over the five poisons. That's a shada temo ngage tato, and actually the main reason of our spiritual seeking is mainly to win over these five poisons. That is actually the task. The task is that one actually, and just because like it was a different name given, that being a spiritual, like going for a retreat, this and that, and people have just this part of the thinking, and never like thinking about when someone is going for that, for what reason someone is going for that. There has to be reasons, and that the reason, the key point is to win over the five poisons. And if we really have to win over the five poisons, then the two most important thing is the attachment and then the emotions. These two things we have to give up. And this, I think, is very difficult
Yes.
for many. This is very difficult for many. And especially, I think, for all the family members or family things, like I think they have to be very careful with this attachment and then the emotions. They have to be very careful with this, because if we have too much attachment and these emotions, will that help? Will that help at the end? I don't think so. I don't think, like, if someone leaves just because of attachment and emotions, and then the person, they put themselves into all kinds of depression, stress, this and that things, and they're inviting all kinds of disease then.
Yes.
And when we are emotionally down, and that means the lungta is going down. And when the lungta is going down, and then there are so many unwanted guests will will join them.
Yes, la, definitely la. But Mula, but do you think there is a possibility to kind of, la ngachigi ani that the five evil what was it? The five evil points,
Poison.
emotions, the chashidanti muk ani yuminala.
Poisons. High poisons.
Poisons, the five poisons, do you think there is a possibility to kind of overcome that and not have to renounce everything? Like you do your day-to-day job, you do what you have to do and still kind of keep away from that, because ngachi kita to modern world na lo mula. I feel that is more doable, Nola, than to like imagine if everybody wants to go and fight the five poisons, and then what would happen? Like everybody would be like, all the mothers will be at home with the kids, and the fathers, like, are out to fight the five
Oh,
poisons, Nola. So, but do you think there is a possibility that you don't really have to go to that extreme of renouncing everything? You can be at home with your
yes.
family and still try to do that. The possible yuyala.
Yes. Everything is possible. Because it's like this. During the initial stage, we are filled up, like we are like a computer with so many apps inside, unwanted apps we install inside, and then this computer runs very slow. Okay, and if the computer, if you want your computer to run very fast, then you have to have a strong antivirus cleaner, and then you have to free most of the spaces there. And it's like same with our mind, because we have already implanted so many all kinds of nonsense. Because you kharabe biro kimna bede biro anjala di mengo wa koda sala ba che mewa luxilo gobe tishton jago, like we have this kind of like we were filled up like all kinds of nonsense. Tahani
Yes, la.
clear beneath endolo, it takes a lot of time. It takes a
Yes.
lot of time to clear all this, to delete all this nonsense from our systems. Like tahani time take beneath the gay, and just to do that, just to to delete that, we hang on something then. That is to do some money, to do some prayers, to do some meditation, this, and then slowly, when we started knowing ourselves, knowing the reality, knowing the truth of everything, and then slowly, like we are freeing ourselves. Once we are at a certain stage of free, then I think then the realization will happen that everything is beneficiary then. Even at that time, you will have the realization that even you have a family, then you know how to bring up that family.
Yes.
Even then, when you want to make one of your kids becomes a beneficiary for all beings, not only through spiritualism. Of course, if they can, guide someone through spiritualism, then of course that is well and good, because it's better for him or her, and then also for the others. But there are a lot who can benefit really in a wholesome way also in the societies, within the family, in the societies, in office, in in so many different ways that one can be really beneficial for others. Tanimchi, ngachi khagi mitsugela umata pa ro aluta stero te ro pamzame alurambe setero. You know, when you really bring them up very nicely and all. And then one thing I found out that the kids from the background of like Champas or Gomchens or like some Gute, like in Akagi traditions we call Gute in the West, and mostly in the center in the East called Champa and Gomchen, no? So like
Yeah.
ngachinare
I
west
just
side
found
no,
out right now.
oh west side no Gute lo ma Gute.
Yeah.
The monk who retired, you know,
Retire. Mm.
Nimbebe or me the Gutilo, I'm to see baby, do you mean the Gutrise? They rope
Sorry,
over
Champa,
is
na Lama is what la? Gomche Champa Gachimola?
I
I
don't know
mean Lama.
myself.
So 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 like just out of curiosity la. So Lama
Oh,
can kind of like get married and have
yes,
partners and all la.
yeah.
Yeah, las okay.
This
Sorry
will
la.
come
Since you
later.
mentioned
Anyway,
it, just
okay.
before I forgot the
So,
question.
East Nalva Beodaru, then Gomchen Sampa and all, no? So, this is what they have. So, like, the kids from these families, they are actually very good in, Kachira Bede Bureau, like Chinton Nishina Bede Bureau, very good. And they're picked up from the family,
Yes, la. True.
I'm saying, helpful, and even touching like it. Twinchi Tori, Leshumbe, Tome, Chipchi, Leshumbe, Pisube, Kachira Bede Bureau, very active in doing it. And Jeme Suzumenam Sami and Nimbebe, Membe Alo and it. Anchigi Kabaching again, Anchi, Tonchi.
Plus ngaragi ani personal experience na di bewachin la because I come from like a middle class background tanga chi Bhutan nalula meba the higher class lower class ani didi mapa ini I don't even like that term la but ngachi didi like I come from a small business family na le omi la so chungu gale ngachi di ngachi angegi then I have like my uncles who are gete so khonde su thinta sa thon anjum bebe ngachi ana le pick up bebe so and because like I said like my husband is very spiritual and religious so he always has his chem and ngai achire khatin anta belalu I noticed that my kids also like they pick up la so before sleeping gadebe bero gurum bushes hachi gom anabe thinchi tani yuila so anidi it's absolutely true like kids pick up from their parents imabala more than the advice from the action kungi learn be mabala
Ani Beba the Kimnal up Chonze Bewachen, Alu Chonze. I Chonze Ben, Alu Chonze. Up Tango to me, Ben, Alu Tango to me. I Tango to me, Alu Tango to me. Because
ila doro hemagi lukse na di ane be dubala zai ngachi ani dato no sam namdala ani hemagi gishu disigi tanguchi thome alu chunku dilaba oi ani phako so lappe
you
no
want
la
all,
te gachi chunku bashi gachi ati thunta ani be jome badilla
no, I mean, curious student, just Bill Mova the
bad
guy.
example imetala dato no sam tamdala
Ani very bad habit in a family when the parents or the other family members when they send the young kids like to buy cigarettes
yeah
or alcohol or something like to send them to buy this thing is very wrong.
Imela, it's really bad la the viewers who are watching please don't make your kids do that la you mess up your kids head la So, Rimbuche, my next question is, do you ever get tangled up, like in the ngachigi human emotional turmoil, la? Like you feel like angry or irritated, or sometimes maybe your ego, like any emotions anzum tangled up joni dugala.
Now I don't have like emotions, especially attachment and emotions. I don't have. I don't even have. I mean that to my kids also. Even with my family, like I don't have that attachment because like this attachment is not going to help Imbe. Mapulara emotion and attachment is not going to help at all Imbe. But and then when it comes into anger, yes, I get angry because why I get angry is when the opinion is like not doing according to what he's supposed to do, and then I get very like I'm very strict with that. So that's why I get angry, and then I tell everything on the face. And then even in my village also, like they say, gomshebde utunta. The dime machin chi nga chaka nebe duba. If we don't be strict with our morals, then they take advantage in beba.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Yes,
Oh, they take advantage of it, and not to give that opportunity to them, because if you give them this opportunities, then they create more problems, more sins. And just
sometimes
to, oh,
sometimes do you feel like this anger could be linked a little bit to ego la ngachiki ego?
I mean, there are different way of angers. Like your anger to your kids is different than your anger to outside, because your anger to your kid is you want to discipline them, and your anger outside with others, there could be some egos in it, possible. And when it comes into, but I can, even in the, like, with this, I won't say are spiritual seekers, but I will say are religious people. If they are really a spiritual seeker, I think they have renounced, they should be renounced, and they should, I mean, they should be out of all these things. When they are too religious, and then all kinds of confusions, things and all, there are a lot of comparisons, things and all, and then that's where the ego strikes.
Right.
And
That is my next question, la. What do you think is the difference between being spiritual and being religious, la?
religious, they like I think in Bhutan, like why most of the youth these days they say that Buddhism is very expensive, because I have to to answer your question. I think that is Ani Imbeva, because that's why I heard last time that people are saying, a lot of people are saying that Buddhism is very expensive.
Because of all the rimdo, the anso imdela
That's
rituals.
because when someone is very religious, and then like for all kinds of welfare things and all, they always do lots of tang tung tang thing, and then this is the secondary. The one is, and then your choshom,
Ola. Ola.
really I want to have a really, like elaborate choshams, and then statues, and then nyege chep konege nyege kamikom, these are all religious.
Is it necessary la to have that?
For the religious people, for them to accumulate merits, that's why it's important to have. But
then
for us, yeah,
will
but for us,
merits be accumulated la if you have all that?
yes, of course.
Oh.
Because the thing is, when you want to accumulate merit, and you have to give without attachments, you have to offer without attachments. So having like silver cups for water offering, silver comb for light offerings and all, because when you buy this, you buy without attachments, but you do have little attach of to that, because you really take care, no? Then
Yes.
you really, for the accumulations, like when you offer something in in expensive things, and that is like even when you buy also, and then you pay a lot of money, because without attachment to your money you buy that, and then you take care, actually you take care, and this is there, you really take care, and then you really offer it genuinely, no, like There's genuinity from the heart when you offer something in a gold, something in a silver, rather than you offer something in a different combs and plates and all, you know. So anchidua ngachemigi lusuranim bawa, especially these religious people when they go to Hagang, pa taribeng sigi kom pini topchi mare, you know.
No, la.
Ani dua there. Ani bini and all these offerings, water offerings, lamp offerings, all kinds of these things, these are actually mainly for accumulations of merit in Beba. But if you really, then the spiritual is, for spiritualism, you don't have to be religious again. Okay, you don't need all kinds of these things. It's not necessary. Because for Milarepa, he didn't have anything.
Yes, sir.
His lifetime, he stayed in the empty cave.
Yes,
No statues, nothing, no kami, no chip, nothing. Because for him, the most important thing is the meditations. And and also the most difficult part is to control the mind.
yes, sir.
Ani Baba.
So which one do you think is better, la? Being religious or being spiritual?
I think if you can, being spiritual is far better than being religious.
Thank you, la. Thank you so much. I love this answer, la.
But
Um,
relatively, yeah, spiritual has to born from religious, it has to born from there. But if we keep on, hanging on the religious knowledge, you will never get out of there and then find the truth in Beva. And if you really want to find the truth, then you really have to take one step ahead and move on. And then you should not have attachment to all kinds of nonsense.
yes.
Ani Baba.
Mullah, when we keep talking about, because in Buddhism we have a lot of this mullah, like the truth. What is the truth, la? What is the truth? Like what, to be enlightened, to attain nirvana, to be of benefit to people, like beings around, or gachi ina la, or to prepare ourselves for our next life. Hani gachi ina sila nga yani de. That so this rimpoche this tigesan tama maybe ani not appropriate se no di tharinga na lama lura tita bela.
The truth be that Ani Baba, when the first Buddha's teaching was the Four Truths.
Four noble truths, yes.
Four noble truths. And that is actually the truth we are seeking. Is
that's
when
all
we
suffering.
Suffering, like when you were born, and then it's natural that we will get old, and it's natural that we will strike with the sickness, and it's natural that we will die, But to to find the truth of all these things, why we are born, why we are suffering, why we get old. And you find out beneath Indolo, and then the option is to be a very spiritual, to find the truth. That means if you hang on to there, and then you are extending your samsara larger and larger. And if you started practicing, the main practice is why we are there is because of these five poisons, because of our greed, because of our hate, because of our jealousy, because of our ignorance. Just because of this, we are not able to go out of the ring of the samsara, and we are just like making round and round and round of this samsara, and then this samsara is endless. And why we are born as a human is, and only in a human body you can go out of the ring of the samsara if you really work hard, and that is if you take the spiritual path, and it's possible that you can cut the chain of samsara in one lifetime. And if you don't take the spiritual path, if you are just religious, it may take some lifetimes to reach to reach to the level that you can cut the chain of samsara. Because when you accumulate, when you're on the journey of the religious people, they are on the way of accumulating merits, and the merit is like. When they accumulate merits, they always say that may this benefit for all sentient beings, and then like majority or like many, I think they will definitely do the aspiration, saying that may I be born next near my teacher, in a place where there is peacefulness, in a place where there's no wars, in a place where everything is, beautiful. And when you have this aspirations, and we are born according to that merit, and then the aspiration, these two has to join together, and then we will have a solid foundations. So if we don't have that one, even if you accumulate merit, and if your aspiration is wrong, saying that, oh, may I be born in America as a rich man, and even if you're born as a rich person, if you don't get opportunity to practice, if you don't have happiness within yourself, even having all kinds of money, then what's use of having that money?
Yes, la, true. So
And
basically,
because,
the bottom line is animemula. In very simple terms, na bewachin, your intention should match your action.
yes,
With that la. So in like ngachi layman gi term na bewachin, no samcham chi lejim ta the action di mibachin khu mibita. Then
yeah,
action di when you are doing the action without good intention, that is also a waste zumchi mebate mula.
yes, because
Yes.
it's like this. That lalu ke lauma, chu se la ru tet sampa zane di sem di imbe, tet rulu sob ma be, sob malab nimbe be wachin tup se nol, no? That if you don't activate, how you can develop your ninji,
Yes.
how you can improve your mind,
Imbela.
and to improve yourself, to improve ourselves, to improve our ninji. If we want to become a Chonchu Sempa, then we have to activate our ninji. Without activating ninji, we cannot become a Chonchu Sempa.
Ninja is compassion mula.
Yes. Ninji, yeah, you can say compassion also. You can say, yeah, you can say compassions, because for that you need to activate. For example, like when you see a skinny dog, and if you say that is pity, and that is not compassion. If you really have compassion, then you will feed the dog, you will look after the dog, and you will take care of that, and that means you are activating your ninja. And then only, like, once you activate your ninja, then you are Chonchi Sempa. That is how the Chonchi Sempa is built. And once you reach to the Chonchi Sempa, and then the Buddha, the Sangeni or Sange means, like, when you're talking about Buddha, we are not talking about Gautama Buddha. We are talking about that every being has the,
Potential.
they have
Yes.
that
We have
possibility.
a Buddha nature in
We
us,
have
in
those
every
natures.
one of us.
So that
Yes.
is the Buddha we are talking about. And many people, they mistake that when we talk about Buddha, they think that about Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha is the one who really, who actually showed the path, and then just now what we are doing is all because of him. A, a prince, a crown prince, a very powerful kingdom crown prince, gave up everything, struggled, for 6 years, nearly, lost life, and just because of to help, like, all these beings. And now many people, I mean, not many, I think billions or trillions of beings, it's, I mean, huge help for them. Not only those, when we say about beings means like the one which we see with our naked eye, with a big body and all, that is one part. But 1/3 is that you cannot see with your naked eyes. But if you, but from there, half, if you can use a machine, you can see actually. But half, maybe I think you need a greater understanding to understand that form, because I think it's very, if you really sit and think, I think it's very easy to understand also, because every hour, how many beings will die? Infinite.
Yes, sir.
If infinite beings die in every 1 hour, then how many in 24 hours?
Yes, sir.
You know, and will all these beings, will they go to heaven like some other uh, uh like religious, they say go to heaven, and we say enlightenment. So okay, anyway, let's talk to the, will all they gain enlightenment? I don't think so, because 99.9%, I think they are all beings who don't even like know about the dharma, know about the truth of life. So will all they get a new body? I don't think so, because of the gravity of their karma,
Yes.
because we all live on others.
Yes.
You know, actually we humans like are wise humans, but still we live on others' life. We love to eat meat.
Yes.
And then forget about the cat families, and then the birds who eat lots of things, this and that, and, you know. But the animals tombe bewachin san gema so te lui mato bewachin, where are their like, some say soul, some say atma, and then we say consciousness. And where are this consciousness? And that's why in the Buddhist sutras, they say beings are infinite, like a sky. And that's why I think in our old sayings, like, well, Kimi Godi Drive Damish, you know, Godi Kadon from Membaba, traffic jam him do Wangatoda.
Yes. I didn't understand.
아니, ngacha godamdo godi drive dam seremi de te moshe goigi seven chidi be torture be do me. But we don't see with our naked eyes, no? Te nyawa laluchi ani goigi sigi na ise. Nyawa laluchi te chami na ise. Cham de jabdo drive chapse. Nyawa laluchi ani cham na ise. Nyawa laluchi tabi na ise. Te ngache tampu do pamchilam ne ba. Juga betao da wa mingema beja. That means that unnecessarily top trita ni mabes in bebate. And simchen de namkadanyan be simchen de kaptuse sago mi se labdolo did then, like, even when you make a bonfires, I think it's a sin.
Yes.
That beings kaptuse sago mepte, they're infinite in bebate.
Yes.
If they're infinite, when we make big bonfires, I think we are burning them. They're really suffering then, if you really think in that way. Ajanosane betontawaji kom chamino dungel yu goisiginalu dungel yu tabi nakono dungel yu bawachen te ngacha pamchilab neba lamjuda lakane atyugja kashmo lag udam yude yugdi salauma. Yani tenda chudi kachmo zajen 로그 령세 이 루주인 배바테 뭐 고마더라 배우다 때 리니메 바테
Yes.
아제 노스레 쇼메니 메디테이션 네 쇼메 노스 타 근데 when you really go back any time no 주베 베타베 any reflect 베 타우더로 디노리 덴지 두바테 때
Yes.
콘데주 류링기스 라반 때 롱기 레레 텐데게 류 마톱 초 주변 남도나 초 마도 초 마도가 레테 류 때니와 날바 타디게 베테 류 주덕이 류치렌 주덕이 류고 해버가 렌 레산이 류치레게 면도 때 마쇼 때 지기치로 텐데게 베 안에베 되고 베 even that 주덕이 나래 especially like these eagles and all when they eat their prey they don't kill them first. They torture them.
Oh.
도마를 믿어댄 사람이 거기. They piece by piece by piece by torture baby and they set me. That
Yes.
laluchigi that for example kingfisher bawachen kingfisher get that fish to zunsa우지 때들에 고도지 봐 안에 좀매니 싱부로 되고 가지 좀 베베 아니 세베 사오메.
Yes.
랄루치기 때 다렉 솔로 비오메 때 랄루 때 이걸 때 주기 때 piece by piece 안에 때 이걸 기안에 트라제메 사우데 안에 piece by piece 안에 사움바 버때 담아라 미도 텐사 안에 비오메
Lama nga ani chi thiko besa nga yani danga chi when somebody passes away mula hema lucy chi dubate ani danga chi di tarna bati nga chi cremate bi umbate mula hema di gatina chi ba phaju tengina gatina chi ba be body ana be shabe vulture lu ani chinigi ani zum chi dumenala kachila bina mashita mi
아니 sky burial yeah
oh sky burial yes ani kachila ani ki significance
significance that 비루 배우다 때지 마셔지 때 sky burial 베미디 때 비루 시미 베 베네디기 때 지야 잘로 잠디게 베 even in Ladakh they still do even in many parts of Tibet they still do 아니 베미유 때지 ngo마당하게네 베 타우달로 때 dom치기 신도 뒤에 남섬이 지미 베베 때들에 아니 공기 때 잠디게 베 잘로 네 짐바 tomimbe 마바디 everything is jimba imbe ba for example that chalu chinde be de bere jimba imbe da mi tom de tedle ani didi ted yidak tekum ditulu khwalu phene imbe the khwalu that nim jingilabbe be khwalu that sash tu se labdu zumbe ta ne be jimbe and that's why we do this sur no Karsur and Masur say unity. This is one part of like similar to this. Lalugima Chunalu that Nimbe Ume Chunabe Midete Chunalu Simchi not to Simchi that Chankama Chipdu and then Konlu Jimbai Imbe that Dimema Vega that the Evera Nimbe Jade Berote Regalo Ridak Dituge Sarude Bub Chumun Dituge Sarude that the Jimbai Imbe actually. And there's a pura jimba imbe. The indige bebe de bere, then gacharege, then the lamlusichi ge you be benedige, that jinsichi begolo, onkuchi begolo, se tanzum lesha, you be benedige, that if a person tani gachachuna lue, that on the design of Shuneva, that 시우달 엉고 마베로 또 스미체 요바 안치 안치 슈네 요바 다 돌려라라 내가 진짜 따라 가시운 거 구신 거 미시베다 엉고 마토르 케미세 아니 온데 톱자진 록실레 람레 엉고 마토르 케미세 안좀 온 슈네 도바 때 다니 좀디 important 임베바 때 제체 가자니 다 냄베 보달로 랄루치 때다 아니베 테네 도바 아니 마다 아니디 수나로 발로 아니 안에베 남섬이 데미디 다 파심주 추심주 손으로 야 덤멜로 마 덤멜로세 라미디 때다 힌디단 주나 네팔 사람이다 아트마 포셰고 소스미니 메바 때 제주 손노세 아니 주도 노마드라테 코 랄루치 온쿨레션베 마토미 lalu onko mapalara matomi tonza anibe tene doba ngacha matab dodol ayro onkura matobme anibe nigo korwa cham lulume lamzon toma sube ta chagi ta ani shimdi te lamchi zantanase jinsi chi be te chagi lamzamchi te shushimza te ta ko lamchi tendige be te nimbe chinase ta lalu giro anibe lo ta ani ta jenkha dönda chomchi ta ni demidi lakhabe te labi imba ngalu onkuchi shunase ye labdo zumchi imba ba indirectly anebe labdo zumcho ni imbe tani benedi gita chu mata tsabe bodalo anebe ten tedla ani family member ditsuge tan zumchi bebe buchi then 1-2 days no konnola ten nebde tabe be tedle anebe dönemi te laluchuru lam zamdalu tet lam chu bebe ta chara anebe sonsh tanebe madush tedle khoregi te lam the Ngoshi, Tanube, Jube, Beuchi, and then they take the next birth according to the gravity of their own karma gi body take baby take benethomni imbeba te laluro te ma nem delura ke sami dutsu te dutsu te moshuchi te nem Parto ge dinalu member ba khon they already out of parto imba ba khon parto sle actually in a deep parto but ngachige ni level 3 be june do ba level 3 be judalu te nim kewa ta sha chujinalo nemimbelo ge nishulo nistachilo jipshi gulose te la luchiro te nem tiji ma chuje bi kundule ma tiji chi dige be te kate junenya kutu junenya ani chomche la den pa body jemi mithawa ba te la luchiro ma bla ni degu ke sami de ma bla tiji chi sadi ma delu ke komete khande dan lakha duba tero ta anile to khoregi ta ronrososoge karmic ge ani depdi the mata sunsun no konaru they have to be with that body and once kongani tapchi then they go to the next level tani be next level the judalo they finally maybe they will get a human body the human body be that Yamagi Chosasami Melam Samjaju Mizumchi Bawachen, then the chances that the Kewalian city that slums nalovalu, African countries nalovalu, war zone nalovalu, Ansum Nalva Kichu Duchi Bawachen, Milu Top Day the Kumino de. Chu begin de Bure Rugi Pa, Chu Shusan Rugi Omite. That anebe imbe sago gekha banchu disnala bhalun that ta ronge ngachani tari ro dupado that ronge melam dileshme cham jago se we really have to do our aspiration the bego seminani imbe the aspirations ronge ta Rangita Namshin or Mishebe, I don't know when I will die, the life is uncertain, say no baby. Tanil Rangi every evening Rangi Melam the top of the Kachiaba, as Baru Kinto Zambegi, Kinza Melam the Chudalo Nachegi 500 every day tabula Melam.
Yes.
No sure anim chitabu seme. The
Lasla.
oh thing I check it Rochichi Tondi be the Bure, the Rochidulu Melam tabu seme. Ta rochidlo melamdi ta chu tudoge luidi anile ju duchu chi ise chu dungel da anile ju du dige be mom ta anile next life di chu milu top chu se milu tovenale chu milu di ta choto juba chu top chu se gekap chu dasi gekap chu ki chu se te lam chu ge bolo fa chu ki chu se anzum melam tab go se me तेदले रंरा बेदे बिरे आंदम नलु वे nga rochigi kewallu lema chuchi se melam tago se nga next day nga ngara gekhap ki tonto china ngore ge lamege bolo fasulu ke chu se nga kewa delete up chulu ke chu se chu delete up besumi chulu ke chu se tarange melam dane betab jugo se me and the more you accumulate the more the results in beva nga che la ka tum chetsa gembem che anim chu products tendo zumbedi imbe
Las. Thank you, La. Thank you. So, Mula, Nagi, before I put on the comments, la, Nagi, last two things you la. Now, mo la la, Magi, now you've been like in this journey for the past 20 years. You've gone through like a lot of ups and downs in your life. Mo la, now from here on, where do you see yourself going la now?
Shachu nyamper go shingham na rondi lakatong. But the watching is shingham gil ticket did confirm.
Yes, la, yes, for sure la. In this lifetime,
That-
in the next 5 years, 10 years la.
This is very difficult to say. But no matter how long I live, I will do my best for the benefit of all beings. As far as my body, stands, as far as my body supports me, I will do my best for all the beings. And I think these are all plus points. And I never expected that I will be a kind of an inspiration for some people. But
Oh, Lama, you have no idea, la. You have no idea. You inspire, I think, I would say every generation, I would say the youth with your past story and la ngachi zoom. I'm some inspiring do la Lama. We really look up to you with very found deep respect la.
that just to keep up the words from him, from my teachers, and then especially from His Majesty our fourth Dugelbo. I really have to maintain my, I don't know what to say. because because when someone says Chutabenya and all, no, and then I think I have to maintain that.
Yes la, definitely la, yes la. And you are la.
Oh, ani lakha
You
duba
are
de maintain benede.
la. But Lama, you are like, of course, you are very like Mula, much more experienced than you've experienced life much more than me. So I'm in no position to really say much. But we really look up to you. We have huge respect la, for you for what you have overcome. And thank you so much for sharing such an inspirational story to us. Like Ngagidi, I haven't heard. I don't know if other people have heard it, but this is the first time I'm hearing your story, and I really appreciate the fact that you kind of expressed that you were scared of death, and that's why you decided to change, and that change started from your mind. So I believe that the power is all in your own mind. If you want the change, you can. So same as Lama has overcome, he was scared of death and he chose this life and he changed it for this beautiful human being that he's become right now. I feel that we all have that potential within ourselves to live good, positive, healthy lives la. Instead of mula ngachira mind na imebate, it all starts in the mind imebate mula. So Anidhi, I really believe in it and I really appreciate la. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, La Lama. Now I'm just going to put on the comments
Okay.
because I'm sure your followers will have a lot of questions la.
No.